Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm getting my iPad set up so I can make sure I'm live, everything looks good, and that you can hear me. So in the comments, if you'll just say, I can hear you or I can see you, that would be amazing. Or give me some thumbs up. Either way. I'm here to talk about Happy Mail today. I love Happy Mail. I love sharing it with others, inspiring people to send it. So if you can hear me, you give me a thumbs up. If you'll say hello in the comments, so I know I'm ready to get started. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Ooh, I got a heart, thank you. I'm Christy Darty. I teach hand lettering. And hi, Darlene, so glad you're here. And I love sharing my passion with others. And so today, while people are popping on, I'm going to tell you some of the things I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using a mailing envelope. I'm going to be showing you how to make some fun envelopes, and then a card with the watercolor brush pens that Crafty Croc has to offer. Thank you, Darlene. That's awesome. I'm so glad you can hear and see. So I'm going to show you how to use Crafty Croc's watercolor brush pens, and I'm going to show you how to use the Crafty Croc markers not on a chalkboard. These are liquid chalk markers, but I love using them on other things besides chalkboards. So who's ready to get started? Who else is there? Y'all say hi and tell me where you're from. I'm from Texas, East Texas, and it is storming. Like, my dogs are like so unhappy. Thank you, Carol. I'm so glad you're here. Awesome. All right. If you sprinkle this video, that would be amazing for Crafty Croc, which is another word for S-H-A-R-E. I don't know if y'all have seen people using that word lately or not. Okay, so what I want to do is start with, Waxahachie, awesome, is start with how to take just a blank mailer and jazz it up. And when I send out Happy Mail, I like to make it fun, obviously, and that's what Happy Mail means, is to send out some fun mail. You know, it's not sending out bills and not sending out the things that nobody wants. Hi, Sharon. Hey, girl, I'm glad you followed us over here. That's awesome. Okay, so the first thing I want to tell you is you're going to want something to practice with your markers on, okay? Because you want to make sure that you get them pumped and primed and ready to go before you write on something. So that's my little piece for that. And then also, I'm going to put some sticky notes here so I can cover up a spot that I'm going to write my address in, okay? So I've gotten some Happy Mail lately, and it has just made my day to open the mailbox and have some fun stuff in there. I love it. Okay, so let's just use this as a template, and I'm going to just draw a random line around it. Don't feel like this has to be beautiful, okay? I'll just use a Sharpie and just draw some random rectangle, and I'm going to do a double line so it's looks like it's really not supposed to be perfect, which it's not. So, and that's the trend right now, to make these double and triple lines, and I love that because doodling is so fun. You don't have to be precise about anything. Okay, so that's simple, pretty simple right there. Who else is here? Y'all say hello. Tell me who's here. Where are you from? What's the weather like? It's storming here. Okay, now at this point, you can decide, like, you know, who is it to, and if it's to, you know, let's say you were sending it to Mimi, you know, maybe you want to put Mimi on here and then put her real name here, however you want to do it, but make it fun. So you could put Happy Mail on the outside. That's what I did on my other one. I'm going to show you on this one, though, how to, let's see, I'm going to use this Crafty Croc marker. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're like a paint marker. You have to shake them, prime them, and pump them. They come with a white end here, and then it has two sides. So I have the chisel tip, and if you flip it around, it's got the a bullet tip. So right now it just has the chisel tip. Chisel tip's nice because you can make it thinner lines or thicker. And this is pumped and primed and ready to go. So I'm just going to wing it and write Happy Mail. It's the thought that goes into it. It doesn't have to be beautiful. But if you want it to be pretty, then you can, I have a hand lettering book that will give you some tips, or you can come join my Facebook group. But just have fun with it. Okay, and sometimes if it gets a little bit dry, you just want to go to your scrap paper, pump it, and get a little bit more ink flowing. All right, so there's happy, and then I'm gonna do mail. I'm gonna print that. Because when it comes in the mail, isn't it fun? Just right off the bat, pull it out of the mailbox and it's like, boom, there's your pretty happy mail. Then I'm gonna use another chalk marker and I'm gonna make a flower. Okay, so whatever kind of flower we'll do, I'm just gonna make some circles. Circles, just touching each other. See, that looks kind of like a rose. I might make another one. Keep in mind you're gonna have postage up here, so you might want to make sure you have plenty of room. And then maybe you want to also have room for your return address. So I would probably, not for fun, just make some colored lines here so you could write right on that. Then maybe I'll do a couple flowers down here. And these are just like little swirly flowers, like little posies. I mean, there's no right or wrong, right? Ha, right. Okay, now let's take, hi Marnette, so glad you're here. Okay, so now, and this is chalk markers, y'all, chalk markers. Some people think you can only use chalk markers for writing on a chalkboard, but that is not true. I've done them on gift bags and all the things, and I love the vibrant colors that Crafty Croc offers in these, they're neon colors. Now, some of you might say, but what if it rains? Here's what I suggest. If you're worried about it running or whatever, you can spray it with a sealer, just like a clear acrylic sealer, or you can put packing tape over it. Hi, Robin, you made it. So glad you're here. Found us. Okay, how fun is this, y'all? It's always fun to decorate the back too. It's gonna take a minute to dry. The roses are already dry, but the green is still wet. But y'all, how simple. Simple, easy, fun. Who are you gonna send it to? That's what you have to decide next. Who are you gonna send it to? Okay, so while I have the chalk markers out, I'm gonna show you how fun they are to use on black paper because they're so vibrant. Okay, so let's just say, again, I want to write an address here and I'm winging it with my lines. And I'm not trying to make them perfect because what's the point? Unless I want to get out a ruler, and who wants to do that? That just wastes my creativity time, right? Okay, so you always want to make sure your envelope is the right side up, but that's okay if it's not, because they say it's good luck if you do it upside down. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. You can always put the address on the back. I like to do that with a card envelope. Hi, Gladys followed me over too. Awesome. I like to do that with something like this because I want to save this room for making pretty stuff. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Let's just take our I like to go big and bold, so taking this chalk marker, making it like a big flower. Don't be shy. And then I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna do my leaf. Look how pretty it is though, y'all, on this black. I think it's gorgeous on there. Look at that, so cute. Maybe I wanna do like a little cluster down here. Flowers are my favorite. I'm always making flowers. And do some little ones over here, and then you've got a place. Remember, your stamp's gonna go there, and then you'll write out their address. And you might be thinking, how am I gonna write it out? I don't have, you know, I don't have the right pens for that. Because these can write pretty big. But remember, they do have a chisel tip also. So if you practice writing just with that tip, you might be fine. Yeah, that should be good. I'm gonna get white because I think white is really pretty and it, you know, pops on that black. Let's see what happens when I get the white one out. Brand new one. I'm trying to find one that I've already used before. There we go. Oh, this one didn't have that tip. Okay, this is a good example of how to show you. If I had my tweezers, I would pull this out with my tweezers. But you can flip it around and the chisel tip is on the other side. And of course I've got to touch every finger. But you can decide before you even open it if you're going to use that or not. So I'm going to stick that in and we'll see. I'm going to practice. Always practice on something else before you get started. Okay? Just to make sure you're not going to mess up your project, which is not the end of the world, right? Okay. So I'm going to see. Can I write pretty thin with this chisel tip? I know that Crafty Croc has some thinner ones, and I am going to get some of those. I would probably wait for the thinner ones for that. But, Hi, Lisa. Yay, I'm glad you're here. But I am going to use this to just make some little embellishments because it's fun. And I love the way the white looks with it. It really looks good on here. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? If you're having fun watching, give me some hearts. I want to see that you're excited and you're paying attention and that you love what I'm doing. Or that you're inspired. Let me see some hearts. Okay, I actually do have a gel pen that I can use for lettering since I don't have the thin Crafty Croc ones. Thank you for sprinkling. That's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, I'm looking for, I have a list right here of people that I'm sending notes to. Okay, and so I'm gonna write a name. I'm not gonna write the whole address, obviously. You're doodling with me. Awesome. Look at the hearts. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, Lisa. That's awesome. That's amazing. Okay. I'm gonna get this going. This is just a white gel pen. And this is gonna go to Tara. And you wanna make sure it's dry so your hand's not like, you know, smearing everything. Like the white, it's getting there. But you don't wanna smear it all over the place. So this person's name is Tara T. Look how pretty that is on there. Isn't that pretty? Tara. And then I'll finish her address. And then look, when she gets this, if you got this in the mail, wouldn't you be like, oh, wow, this person cares about me because she took time. She took time to make something pretty for me. And then you can get carried away like I do and just doodle everywhere. Just add some details and doodle everywhere. I wish I had my little white markers to show y'all, the Crafty Croc ones. Then you could even do your dots all the way around. Are y'all sending out happy mail? Comment happy mail if you've been sending some out or if you've gotten some. Thanks for the hearts. Okay. You love making your envelopes pretty. It really does. It makes all the difference. Okay, so far, if you've just joined us, this is what we've done. These two pretty envelopes. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I like to use the watercolor brush pens. And let me show you again what the set looks like. I've had mine for quite a while, so I have this sticker on here because it helps me keep up with mine. I have I've sold them before, and so I didn't want to get rid of mine. But you can get these on Crafty Croc's website. So these are pretty cool. You want to send? Good, Gladys. I love how many colors they offer. They do have, mine's not, don't look at mine because mine's, I've got it mixed up with a lot of different, I have a lot. But I use them a lot too. All right. This is a water brush, so you put water in it and then you can watercolor with it. But I'm just going to pull out some of these and show you how fun they are. So this is a watercolor, it's watercolor paper, and it's made for watercolor, so that's kind of fun. And let me see here. I think this already has water in it, I believe. So I'm going to start off with making a heart with just this water pen, and it's hard to see. I should have probably drawn it with a pencil or well, you'll see it in a minute. It'll be a mystery. A mystery. If you just popped on, hi, I'm Christy. Thanks for watching. I'm teaching a little how to make mail art. Yes, while living in Coronaville, my friends who are older are living alone, and that would make their day to have happy mail, right? Okay, let's pull out some fun colors to use. I like to use similar colors, so we'll pull out like a pink and a purple. There's a couple different shades of pink. They have a huge variety of colors. So I've got my heart there. It's kind of odd shaped. You probably can't see it. And then I'm just gonna go around and add some of this. This is a real soft color, so Maybe I should start with a bright color. And I'm putting it in water, so. So that makes a difference. Now, if you have kids watching, this is great for them too, or if you don't have them watching, share it with the family that might be interested, because it's such a good activity for them to do. And you know, my grandma's 87. I made her something the other day and shipped it to her, because you know they want to hug her next and they can't. Okay, so I'm going to outline it with this. I really love this vibrant color. The reason it's lighter in places is because I have water there already. A lot of water. Look how fun these are. Thanks for the hearts. So these are great for writing, like lettering, but they're also fun for just watercoloring. So I'm just kind of demonstrating now what they look like on watercolor paper when you watercolor with them, okay? So I'm using the darkest purple right now, and now I'm gonna do blend in. See that color, how it's really pretty with it? You could take your time. I'm trying to get through it because I want to show you as much as I can in a small amount of time, right? Because we could do this for hours, couldn't we? Now, if you notice my heart is not a perfect heart, we're going for fun and creative and not for perfect, because I could have like traced a heart or whatever, but there's no need. There's no need for that. So this is a water brush that comes with it, the kit. And I'm just gonna, look how I'm like putting the water on it and just kind of blending it, and I can blend it out into the middle. Okay, so to get the water flowing, you just squeeze the water, you squeeze it and it comes out like that, and then you just watercolor with it, just blend it. And so I'm going to keep blending this out. Who could just sit and watch people watercolor all day? Is this not like, I don't know, it's just fun to watch. It's just therapeutic to watch. You're so sweet, Lisa. Thank you. And thank you, Crafty Croc, for having me. This is a blast. Okay, so see where I'm going with this? Now I can add more if I want to add some more of this darker purple and then kind of keep that going. Or I could just make it go light all the way in. But I'm loving this darker fuchsia color. But these are Crafty Croc watercolor brush pens. I've used them for over a year. Can't find anything wrong with them. I love them. And sometimes when I start to get my watercolors out, I get lazy and I'm like, why would I do that when I have these watercolor brush pens? I don't have to go get all the water and all the things. So look, and I can blend out back into the color I had before. Y'all, loving this. Then when Valentine's comes back around, you've got another idea for that too. But a heart's good for all year. All year. I'm going to squeeze some water down in there. And then I'm just going to blend it in and not add any more color. So kind of let the middle part be lighter than the rest. What do you think? Give me some thumbs up and hearts if you love this. Is anybody disturbed that it's way off over here? I'm going to do a little bit of kind of straightening up a little bit, because I want y'all to be able to sleep tonight. Is that better? And if I keep going and trying to make it, then I'm going to mess it up. At least I'm so glad you found me too. Okay, so I'm just going to use, this is a heat gun. I use it all the time just to kind of speed up the process of what I'm working on. I'm just going to speed it up here so I can keep showing you fun stuff to do. Now, what do you want to write on this watercolor card? What do we want to write to our family or friends or whoever we're sending it to? I like to dot my I's with a heart too. I'll never grow out of that. I love that. Okay. It's pretty dry. So now I would take like some kind of I like to use black because it really pops. You could take the actual black watercolor brush pen and you could write in here. Actually, let's do this. Susan, I'm excited because my Crafty Croc watercolor pens arrived an hour ago. Yes, Susan! What perfect timing. I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned. This is a friction erasable pen. I'm going to write down what I want in case I need to erase it because, you know, say I just don't want to mess up my project. I just did a lot of work on this heart and I need to figure out, is this how I want it to go on here? Okay. I'm pretty happy with that, but if I wasn't, I could erase it. This is an erasable pen. Okay. Also, I'll show you a trick right after I write this out. Okay, so I'm taking my brush pen. Since this is a brush pen, it does act like a hand, like if you're doing brush lettering. It's got, you can use the tip of it to do an upstroke. If you're not familiar with hand lettering, join me in my Facebook group to learn more. And then when you go down, you make a heavier stroke, okay? So upstroke, and I also have YouTube channels. And I actually think Crafty Croc has a class on how to do lettering that I created a while back. So you can check with them on that. All right, so that's what's cool is you can make it look like brush lettering. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna go thin up and heavier down. And I can even go back if I want to clean up those lines a little bit, but the watercolor look is not necessarily clean lines, right? It kind of looks like watered, like blending out. Okay, so here's the E, and I can go back again and clean it up or make that heavier downstroke. So this card would work for anybody because it just says hello. And imagine the other colors you could blend together to make something like this. This black really pops on here. Don't y'all love this black? Holla joy every day, girl. I know it. You are so cute. I love that. Okay, so I'm just going to stop right here and leave this line so you can see what happens when if you want to use this trick. You can either erase or, and I also have a line of that erasable pen right there. I'm going to use the heat gun and watch it disappear. Watch here because it's going to be gone in a second. I don't want you to miss that. Okay, right there. See it disappear? It's gone. It's gone. So isn't that amazing? That little heat gun trick is so fun. Okay, so there we have that. And then we can decorate our envelope too if we want to. So do we want it to coordinate? Well, of course. Who would make an envelope not coordinating with a card, right? Just kidding. Okay, so remember our little trick if we want to leave a box where we leave a spot for our address, the address and stuff for them. And then if we want to, I'm going to use the same colors, but I think I'm going to do flowers on the outside instead of hearts. Is that okay? Because I'm just kind of flower obsessed. Now, we have to remember to always draw a stamp because I have to remember there's going to be a stamp there. And so I'm going to start right here and I'm just going to draw. You know how earlier I was doing the little swirly flower? I'm going to draw it in darker because I can go back with that letter. Oh, thank you. Oops, that's the wrong one. How'd I pick that up? Again, swirl. There's nothing. This is a lollipop. That's all you're doing. Swirl. I'm doing another swirl. Not squirrel. Swirl. Okay, I'm going to do another one right here. Now, if you wanted to do some hearts in here, that'd be cute too. Feel free. Add some little hearts in there. And do more flowers. Notice I'm going a little bit over this paper. We're gonna see how it turns out in a minute, but I have a reason. Oh, this is a friction pen. It is so cool. I use it for sewing too, but it's erasable. It's from, it's by Pilot. It's erasable, and it just is so cool. It's a great hack for lettering. Okay, we're gonna see if we like this in just a minute. And we get to add some green to it too. I love to add green for the leaves. It's fun to put different colors in here. Uh-oh. I hear my dogs. How did y'all get out? How did they get out? Sorry, my dogs, they do not like this weather. If you were on here earlier, I was talking about how bad our weather is right now. It's horrible. And I have 2 little dogs, and they just don't like it. And one of them barks and barks. So I put my son in charge of her while I'm doing this live because, yeah, she just doesn't like it. She's so scared. So scared. Are we having fun yet? Hi, Miss Christina. Thanks for coming over here and following. Just doing some fun envelopes. We're showing the Crafty Croc our Crafty Croc friends and followers what we can do with their. I know that y'all, my people, a lot of my friends are here, and a lot of them have the Crafty Croc watercolor brush pens and love them. If you do, y'all say so in the comments. Tell them if you like them or what you like about them or what products you have that you like. Because I also talk about their chalk markers a lot too. Okay, what do you think is going to happen when I take the sticky note off? Are we going to like it? I don't know. Your dogs, you talk to them the same way. Okay, you ready? Look, it made like a rectangle. Okay, and we can keep it on, or we could take it off to do our leaves. I'm just going to leave it on just because. But when I do my leaves, I like to use 2 different shades of green. And that's another thing that I love about Crafty Croc watercolor brush pens, is because they come in so many different shades of the same color. So this is a light green and a dark green. I think they even have a darker green, which I love. It's really pretty. Where is it? Look at those 3 shades of green. They're all different. And if you look in nature, there are a million shades of green in landscape. So that's what's really fun. It just makes it more interesting. I really love this yellow. And some people would never put that as a leaf, but oh, that's one of my favorites. I'm gonna actually outline with this medium green. Yeah, I'm just gonna do some outlines of some leaves. So all I'm doing, can y'all see this okay? If not, I can do the darker color. All I'm doing is just making like an arch here and an arch there. Arch here, arch there. And I want them to be random. You don't want them to look uniform. And no. Okay, this one I'm gonna put one here, and then I'm gonna make one behind it because I don't want it all to look just alike. Okay, it's coming together, but again, I really like to mix my greens, and you'll like it so much better once I fix that part. These markers are also nice to hand letter with. Yes, ma'am, they are. Did you see what I did? You might have missed it, Christina, but I did. Where is it? Oh, look, I hand lettered the hello with it. I really, really loved writing that with those markers. Okay, so you get the idea. Now I'm going to take the darker, I'm just going to take that off, we don't need it. The darker one, which I love. Okay, and I'm just going to add some detail to it. See the dimension? I get kind of wild and fast, so take your time if this is scary to you. And my favorite part is adding the yellow green. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. She said, your time is up, Christy. And I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. Okay, this is a yellow one, yellow green. So I'm gonna, actually, I like the yellow. Let's do some yellow and I'll show you what I mean. Because you can blend these together. Okay, Okay, so there's the yellow. You might be like, I don't know about that. Just wait. Just wait. Okay, so now take your lighter green, go back in, blend it together. That yellow shines through just a little bit, like some of your bushes do outside in your yard. You know, they have that yellow peeking through. That's what makes it really pretty. I just like to add more color on here. And I'm gonna go back and add some color to, you can always go back and fill that in if you want. I'm gonna go back and add some lighter, you know, that light pink that I had. I'm gonna go back and fill in some of these with that. Maybe all of them, I don't know. I love that you can write in color with these though. And yes, I am coloring the same color, but I may go back and do a different color. I think I like the light pink with this pink. Okay guys, this has been so fun. I'm gonna finish this up and then I am going to leave it to you to play and do some happy mail for people. I hope you will follow through with that because it makes people's day. And during the quarantine, what better thing to do than lift someone's spirits, right? Don't you like them colored in better? I just showed you a few of the colors that are in that kit. There's so many fun colors. Thanks for the hearts. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to, you know how I like my black, how I told you how that just makes it pop? What if we added some black in here? I kind of just want to do a random line around there. Are you okay with that? You're like, it's your project. If you want to ruin it, you go ahead, right? I'm a rebel. I think black just finishes everything off, honestly. What do you think? Do you like that? Like a vine. Mm-hmm. Isn't that fun? Now, what if I wanted to go back and blend some of these? Remember that? See, y'all, I can't stop. I have a problem. I just have to keep going. Thanks for all the hearts, y'all. So I'm going to squeeze this and get the water going again, and then I can do some blending on here. Now, the problem right now is I shouldn't have added the black because the black's going to want to blend in there. But you can go back, before you do the black, if you want to add it, go ahead and blend with this, okay? My job in life is to encourage you to encourage others. So thanks for noticing that. That's my mission. That's my goal. Well, thank you, Crafty Croc, and thank you to everyone who came and watched. If you watched the replay, I still would love for you to chime in and say hello, tell us where you're from, and if you enjoyed the projects. All right, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.